Ms. Kinzang Deki, the Deputy Chief Urban Planner, Department of Human Settlements of the Ministry of Infrastructure and Transport, Government of Bhutan. And she will talk about spatial planning in Bhutan using local pooling tools. The floor is yours. Do you speak from there?
Thank
You would
you.
like to come to the podium?
I'm here. I'm okay here.
Okay, floor is yours.
Okay, thank you. Good morning, everyone. I'm Kinzang Deki, and I'm representing Bhutan. I'll be speaking about the spatial planning in Bhutan and the land pooling practice for this 5th Spatial Planning Platform Conference. Next slide. Next. Okay, just a very brief introduction about Bhutan to people who do not know about. We have a total land area of about 38,000 square kilometers and a population of only around 763,000, and the urban population around 50%, less than 50% as of now. And the country itself is located, is a landlocked country between India and China, right next to Nepal. This shows the southern part of the capital city Thimphu and the urbanization that is taking place in our cities. Just to highlight on the urbanization trend in Bhutan, the first 5-year plan was initiated in 1961. So urbanization and development itself is very new to Bhutan. And the first urban plans were prepared sometimes in 1984 with the support from UN Habitat. And these were mostly physical layout plans and not really comprehensive master plans. And the Thimphu structure plan, I think, was the first of the comprehensive master planning that has taken place in Bhutan. It was initiated in 2001 for the capital city, Thimphu. And then the land pooling regulation was prepared in 2009. A special planning bill act was initiated in 2016, but it is still a bill and not tabled in our parliament. And with the support from the government of Japan, we have prepared the comprehensive national development plan in 2018. And in 2001, we have initiated the preparation of regional center structure plan as part of the CNDP. And we are also currently reviewing the Thimphu structure plan. And also we are preparing master plans for transport, water services, and green infrastructure for the capital city as of now. In terms of the institutional framework, we have planning at national level, which is the CNDP. We also have planning at regional level, covering 2 or more districts. And then we have local level planning, which are structure plans and local area plans. In terms of the legal framework, we have National Human Settlement Policy, National Human Settlement Strategies, Spatial Planning Act, which is only a bill as of now, and then different regulations, standards, and guidelines. To briefly talk about the Comprehensive National Development Plan, prepared with the support of JICA, this map represents the national spatial structure. So the country is divided into different zones, vertical and horizontal zones based on the economic sector that each zones will prioritize. And then the urban regions itself is divided into national capital region, which consists of the capital city Thimphu, Paro, Punakha, and Wangdi-Phodrang. And then the other areas are regional areas, linked urban centers consisting of 2 districts in different parts of the country in order to ensure a balanced regional development of the country. And then these regional centers and national capital regions are connected through east-west national access, the highway networks. And we also have environmental access shown in the green color. So we have protected forests in the north, and then different biological corridors connected all these protected areas. So when we move down to the local level planning, we prepare the master plans, structure plans, and then local area plans. So for the local area planning, in order to mobilize land for public facilities, we have, as of now, used 3 tools: land acquisition, land pooling, and guided land development. So initially we use land acquisition in 1990s when we first started, but it was not so popular because it displaced the landowners, and then we moved to land pooling as an alternative to land acquisition. And it was very popular with the people because it was very simple to understand and also simple to implement. And then as of now, most of our urban plans are prepared using the land pooling tool. And in areas where land pooling is not feasible, we also use guided land development, but that is very rare. Just to explain the framework that we use for land pooling in our country, this is just a pictorial representation. So for example, we have like 3 plots, then there will be obviously more than 3 plots, but we plan infrastructure for those plots. And for infrastructure, each of the plot will have to contribute a certain proportion. And then the contribution proportion will go into road and footpaths, or parks and open spaces, amenities and services, and reserve plots that we create. And then the original landowners are given back a reduced land, which is more regular and better. Just to highlight on the land pooling background in Bhutan, it was like first introduced sometimes in 1990s as an alternative tool to land acquisition. We use a very simple area-based method, very simple because when we were first introducing it, it needed to be very simple for the public to understand and implementers to implement. So it's very simple, and it haven't changed much as of now. We do not have land valuation in it, and but as of now, in recent years, we have initiated differential land pooling contribution to take some form of equity into consideration. And as I mentioned before, it is used in almost all town land use planning in the country. In terms of the regulatory framework, we have a local government act that empowers land pooling. We also have land pooling regulations 2009, which was reviewed in 2018, and a guideline for land pooling prepared in 2019. This map represents places in different parts of Bhutan where this land pooling and other tools are used. So as you can see from the map, land pooling is used in almost all towns in Bhutan, except for those in pink color, where GLD is used. In others, land pooling and a mix of another tool is used. As an example, I would like to speak about a small local area plan that we have prepared in a place called Panbang in the southern foothill of the country, near the Manas National Park and Manas Sanctuary on the Indian side. So a new highway was developed for this area, and in order to avoid irregular development coming up along the highway, we prepared this plan. So after doing a comprehensive land use planning, we calculated the land pooling contribution, and the average came up to about 26.8%. But because we have different land uses assigned for different plots, then we decided it's not fair to have a single contribution for all the land. So we introduced for the first time in our country a differential land pooling contribution. So based on the different land uses, like if it is a commercial core, then where they had to contribute 29%, and if it is low density land, then less contribution. So some of the challenges mostly to do with land pooling and urban planning, lack of capacity, especially at the local level, because of which we at the central government have to do most of the urban planning, most of the local area planning. Lack of funds to implement this land pooling projects, like all other developing countries, and also we. Like Nepal, we also wanted to use the self-financing mechanism within the land pooling, but some of our legal provisions inhibit it and doesn't allow it. So the government has to put in a lot of investment in these projects. And as I mentioned earlier, the current land pooling practice doesn't fully consider the equity issues that are created through land use planning. And there's also a ceiling on the land pooling contribution, because of which we are not comfortable with using the self-financing mechanism, because it means the land pooling contribution will go higher than 30%. And then public consultation and awareness is still an issue, because people are not really aware of urban planning. And some of the opportunities that we see are to explore the feasibility of self-financing mechanism in the land pooling and amend the provisions in other legal legislations. Use value-based method to create more equity in our land pooling practice, which we have initiated, but very difficult at the moment. Collaborate with international partners to create local capacity. Review the land pooling contribution ceiling and carry out research into Bhutanese land pooling practice so that we can improve it for current as well as future times. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you very much. I appreciate again the very clear linkage between the theoretical framework and the actual implementation of actual projects, which are very, very interesting. Thank you very much again.